Yeah, there we go. So I don't have to do that later when I'm about to post it. But finally, after 10 years, welcome to the Welcome to the Elementalists 3. Yeah. We don't need to customize him. He's fine the way that is a different curl than That's me. Yes, I know. I'm Danny. Kane's here, didn't? No. In your past choices, you were drawn to power over peace. I'll just keep it the same way, I guess. I don't know. The events of the last few years, from your arrival at Pendergast to your confrontation with S-Source, flashed through your mind. Think of the past, since it's been so long since I read book 1 and 2. So this is a refresher for you guys too. Have fun. Or don't, I don't care. You immediately read the first word wrong. Wow, okay. Your first year of college got off to a wild start when you saw through a mirror and landed on the magical Pendergast campus. And the revelations didn't stop there. You, my dear boy, are Sunderton. It's too quiet, but then I can't hear it. You know what it says? No, it looks like it's loud, right? But I can't really hear it. So I'm confused. I'm your twin. Our birth parents separated us to keep us safe. He also revealed that the reason for that was because of crazed killer Rafe, the Dread, Highmore was searching for you both. And now Rafe knows where we are and knows that we're together. Time's up, and you have no idea what's coming. But you and your friends teamed up to face against Rafe. And just when all hope seemed lost, you now assessed a special magic that destroyed him. Let's end this, but for good this time. Eat this, crusty old demon. No. At the start of his second year, Alice officially enrolled. Allow me to formally welcome you to this Pendergast. I'm so thrilled that you're an official drummer. Thanks. It's new. As did your Woodnam friend, Aster. Pendergast is so magical. I can't wait to tell the other Woodnams all about my time as a exchange student. But your first day back was interrupted when a mysterious figure appeared at Pendergast Square and drew the whole place into chaos. What a magical signature! I should have expected something less from the son of an old friend. He disappeared as quickly as he arrived, and you and Atlas were soon caught up in other problems as your magic fluctuated out of control. See, I forgot all of this. It's like my magical core just vanished. It's gone. I don't feel my magical energy at all. We finally got an explanation when Alma, the blood source, crashed down on the campus like a meteor. Fuck, I don't care. You fools released Kane from his prison, and now he will leave your entire world in ruin. She revealed that your mother was the sun source and had once sealed away the mysterious man, Kane, the air source. We cannot let Kane hunt down sources and wreak havoc once more. We'll train you to defeat him. But you also need the help of the earth source, Dean Goffey's adopted daughter, Gemma, who had been kidnapped by Rafe. His power is still inside of us, so the only thing that can stop Kane. We have to do something with it. I want to try to find Gemma and stop Kane, and Alice and I can promise that much, at least. You and Alice trained tirelessly, and when Kane attacked the Wood Nymph Grove, you, as and the rest of your friends, worked together to repair it. If you combine your entire magic with mine, I think my restoration magic can reach everyone at once. And in return, the Wood Nymph Elders showed you what you could find in Gemma. Please, make it stop. You rescued her, and went for Kane to attack Pendergast, steal the Sun Crystal, and destroy Alma. With the crystal, my power eclipses yours. No. Before the final confrontation with Kane, you and Baggett found time to make your relationship official. They want to discuss the possibility of us becoming a couple. That's to say, more officially speaking. Ever since I met you, my life has become, well, practically impossible really, but it's the strangest thing. I couldn't imagine it any other way. I was getting worried that you never asked. You and your friends met Kane on the same hill where your mother once faced him. Alice, we can do it. I know. Now we seal him. But first, you took his tether for yourself. I could be safe. You better hope the seal holds this time. Because when I get out again, I'm coming for you all first. As I returned to campus, your mother appeared, having been freed from where she'd been sealed. Elijah, Alice, my sons, at long last. The last 6 months have been relatively peaceful, apart from a brief haunting of a winter break. But that's all about to change. A brief haunting of a winter break. Oh, winter solstice. You stand in the middle of the deep arena. Its field torn apart and sunlight streaming into holes in the dome. Yay, no more deep. Oh my god, it's so tragic. Oh no, can't play deep anymore. If you watched the Winter Solstice playthrough, you know I already complained about Thief, so I won't do it again. Before you, in the center of a crater, lies a bloodied Atlas. He weakly lifts his head to look up at you, his eyes wide with fear. Please, don't do this, Elijah. It doesn't have to be like this. You know it does. Magic builds in your hands, raw and overwhelming, and a single tear slides down Alice's cheek as the light pouring out of you grows blinding. 3 months earlier. What just happened? Water. Fire. Air. No. Water. No. Fire. Water. Metal. No. Wait. Fire. Water. Wood. Earth. Metal. The 5 elements all came together. I've never seen Avatar, I don't know what I'm saying. And I bet those symbols wrong, apparently. Wood is wood magic, and then there's earth magic. Okay. Wood is the tree. Earth is the rock. Okay. That confused me. And the first one was fire, not water. So, ooh. Chapter 1. Destined for Greatness. Okay, I'll log in at 8 minutes. In 3, 2, 1. You and the rest of the misfits play a game of snaps as you make your way across the Pendergast, having just returned from winter break. Loomis, you're familiar, goes floating ahead of you, stirring up a breeze he does. Now he charges after him, her tail wagging eagerly. Hey, how am I supposed to win this game without your help? You're not. Yeah. Fire beats air. Ask your question already. I don't have a question. I just want to win. Well, I've got one. Now we're back on campus. What are you most excited about, Elijah? Can't wait to actually relax for once. We're just on winter break. And we spent most of it being haunted by ghosts. Not exactly an ideal vacation. Not that way, my dear Elijah. I've already scoped out the Penn Square Spa's seasonal treatments. Just say the word, and I'll give the appointments. I still can't believe we're already halfway through junior year. Right? It was like just yesterday, the house joined us here, and now she's got her own group of friends and everything. You tell me. I'm about to graduate in a few months. It's real. I'm already starting to look for a job. Just promise me you'll still have time to help me lead us to another team championship. Don't stress, Steph. Well, we made it to the playoffs. I don't want to play Zeke. I don't want to leave. Well, you should be focused on your academic future. I mean, most of you still haven't even declared a major. I know, but I don't want to limit myself yet. Once I declare, we're locked into a specific track. Exactly. Why box ourselves in or still figuring things out? Because that's the only way to gain expertise in the subject, to devote yourself to it fully. I'm just glad the exchange program doesn't require me to choose a major. I don't think my leaves could take the stress. What about you, Atlas? Do you have any idea what you want to study yet? Me? For a brief moment, Alice looked wide-eyed at Beckett, as though surprised at being addressed. Then cleared his throat. Don't you have to win around to ask a question? Beckett rolls his eyes even as he snaps his fingers to reveal. I believe metal beats earth. I guess I'm Elijah on this one. I don't know what I want to do, and it's not like I'm cut out for a normal job. I don't know. See you as a professor. I can't really see myself grading papers. I just feel I want to avoid the work. You wouldn't have to assign papers. You could teach more practical courses, like Professor England does. Because I already know you'd be good at it. Just look at how much you taught me since we met. Elijah's right. You were a massive help in our classes last year, too. I'm not sure I trust Elijah's judgment here. I tried to draw him one time to get him to learn a spell. But I guess it's something to consider. As you all step into your dorm, the RA glances up from her desk, then rises when she spots you. No, Elijah, Ellis, Dean Swan asked me to send you to her office the moment you arrived at campus. But we just got back. We haven't had a chance to unpack yet. Did everyone give you a reason? She said that a very high-ranking government official had arrived unexpectedly and requested to see you both. Well, you can't possibly meet with anyone important wearing the same clothes you just spent all vacation in. With a drawn-up flourish, Shreya pulls a full-size garment bag out of her purse, the fabric somehow squeezing through the impossibly small opening. How'd you even fit that in there? An expandable purse, charming darling. Abigail needs some extensions after all. And it just happens that all black isn't only traditional for the first day of classes, it's also the government's favorite. She insists about to reveal an all-black ensemble, somehow sophisticated and intimidating at the same time. Oh, Elijah, you look wonderful in that. It certainly makes you stand out. And if this government official is important enough to demand an immediate summons, then it's definitely someone you want to impress. What about Atlas? Precisely, it's a surefire way to do it. Fire, because you're a fire, because you're good at fire magic, you're a firebender. See? No one's not VIP. Or starts off before you return to campus to flaunt your style, make a good impression on someone you'll be meeting soon. Goddamn. If the jacket part wasn't like a crop top, it was cool. The whole thing was cool. So sexy. I want it. Okay, maybe not the turtleneck shirt. If the shirt wasn't a turtleneck and the jacket wasn't like a crop top, I want that. Also, those pants look like they're a little too tight, but I want that. And it's only 13 diamonds. It is 13 diamonds for something you have to wear the whole entire time. Or something that you get to wear throughout the rest of the book. Because no matter what other outfits I put on my body, it will switch back. It will switch back to that one after that scene. After another chapter starts. At least it should. Take the garment bag from Shreya and hurry upstairs, drop off your stuff, and get changed before returning to your friends. Well, what do you think? Beckett's mouth drops open for a moment, then takes you in, then gives you a small, private smile. You're radiant as always, Elijah, but somehow even more so. Yeah, you're good. Can we get going now? Okay. We're back soon, Loomis. Why don't you now you're waiting to eat it until then? Cool. In an instant, Loomis and Navi disappear. Yeah, I'm not barking, but I'll make Loomis's noises. Because I think the noises he makes almost sounds like he's trying to talk. Like, cool. Snack. Snack. I like when he says snack. Like S-N-E-K. Snack. Snack. I'm a snack. I like when he says that. You and Alex make your way across campus and down the hall of the main building, but as you approach Dean Swan's office, you hear raised voices. That doesn't sound good. You easily recognize Dean Swan and your mom, but the third voice is unfamiliar. Haven't my sons been through enough already? It's not fair to put this on them. There, please. There's no need to shout. As I already said, it is those experiences that make them the only suitable ones. The only ones suitable. So don't get any say in this? We should go in before it escalates further. Yeah, right. The conversation dies as soon as you push open the door and step into Dean Swan's office. Oh, Elijah, Alice, there you are. Wonderful. Dean Swan sits behind her desk while your mom stands on one side of the room. On the other sits an elderly woman you recognize as the High Tund. You want to see this, Dean Swan? Before she can answer, Mom crosses the room and sweeps you and Alice into a tight hug. Mom, seriously? What? Am I not allowed to hug my sons now? I really do have a good time on your break. I can't wait to hear all about it. I must say, you're looking rather distinguished today, Elijah. Look at the words right in my mouth there. Even the High Tund nods her head. She takes in your outfit. Very few Tunds still wear all black these days, but it's nice to see you respect the tradition. Is anyone gonna tell us what this is all about? Like, yeah, I look good. I look good. I look cool. I look fly. Okay, but thank you. Run my hand into my hair. Like, yeah, I know, I look good. Like, yeah, I look sick. I know. But like, what the fuck's going on? He doesn't say thank you or nothing. He just straight to the point. Like, what the fuck is going on here? Thank you, Elijah. Yes, let's get back to that. The High Tund was just, well, you see, it's been complicated. You both promised us no more secrets, so spill it out. Spit it out. Dean Swan, your mom strains her look for your mom's size and takes a resigned step back. I believe the High Tund can explain it best herself. Yes, but first. The High Tund raises her hand and launches a beam of vibratory energy right at you and Atlas. And move. You channel your magic to a gust that launches you across the room away from the beam as Alice does the same. Only for it to split in two and curve for each of you, forcing you both to keep dodging. I can't keep this up for much longer. Neither can I. And that's enough. But just as your mom steps forward, her body starting to glow, the magic fades. Now that that's finished, I should probably introduce myself. I'm Donna Jahani, the High Tund. You just attacked us. My apologies, but I need to confirm my initial suspicion. You see, I can sense that my time is nearing its end, and certain things must be done before then. You mean you're gonna die soon? But you know the answer before she even says it, from the fair look of her body to the way her hands shake when she moves them. Yes, so I'll be supervising you both for the rest of the semester, just when I will decide which of you will take my place. Hang on, you want one of us to be the next High Tund? But why? For a great many reasons. Your refractionary abilities, your sealing of Cain, your unique heritage. As High Tund, I supervise important magical matters while ensuring the magically unaware remain that way. I'm looking for someone who can keep a level head during a crisis and who can strengthen our community and push us forward. And you think that someone is one of us? I know you are. I am here to figure out which of you to put in charge of the entire magical world. Or the eternal portion of it, anyway. That is too much responsibility to put on someone so young. They have faced greater challenges these last few years. Hang on, don't we get any say in this? As everyone else starts to argue, the weight of the High Tund's words settles over you. Throughout the book, certain choices will impact your morality, so be sure to choose wisely. I'd like some time to consider this first. I already had so much responsibility these last couple of years. I need to think about it more if I want to take it on my own. I think I need to think on it more if I take any more. a wise choice. It won't be fitting a future leader. You just earned a competition point, and pressing the ton and doing well in challenges will earn you more and better. Can I read? Impressing the higher ton and doing well in challenges will earn you more and better your chances of becoming the next higher ton. And if they decide this isn't something they want, then you'll find someone else. Any reluctance will be noted, but I will choose whoever is best for the role, regardless of how they feel about it. Well, for the record, I am interested. I am glad to hear it. The high ton slowly gets to her feet and heads to the door, but pauses there to look back at you and Atlas. I look forward to seeing you both in your classes. And with that, she steps out of the office, leaving you with Atlas, your mom, and Dean Swan. I'm so glad it's over. Would anyone like some tea? Something stronger? But with Dean Swan's already bustling out of the room, passing your mom a glass full of amber liquid before turning to you. I'm sorry for springing that out on you. I'm sorry for springing that on you. I found out the high time was coming while you were on break, and I didn't want to ruin your fun. Thank you for the drink. Mom stayed away. What? Why, Elijah? Mom just looked the other way. Please. And then Alice goes, "Did you just down that in one shot?" Yep. Nice one. Yeah, I'll have the same. Oh my god, you're a copycat. You really are twins. Yeah. Mom, keep facing the other way. Why am I not allowed to look? And I just say, like, oh yeah, are we even old enough to drink? Are we old enough to drink? Well, are we 21? Wait, how old are we? It's been... How many years passed since our first year? Were we like 18, 19? No, we're like 19, 20. So I used to be like 21, 22 now. Like 21 to 23 at least. So I guess you are old enough. I can't do math. I can't remember. So I was bringing it on you. I found the high ton was coming while you were on break, and I didn't want to ruin your fun. So you told her my mom is dead? Not that it changed anything. Even with my power as a source, there's nothing I can do to stop this. The high ton's decision is final. Don't worry about this. I was at her face before I was before. Mouth out of her side, even if she places her hand on your shoulder. I know you're capable, sweetheart, but that doesn't mean you should have to bear this burden. It's not a burden if you choose to take it on. Well, I might not be able to stop this. I'm still gonna check in on you both throughout the rest of the year. I won't let you face this alone. Thanks, Mom. That's hardly necessary, but it's not like we can stop you. I'll keep you updated there. And of course, I'll keep an eye on Elijah and Alex as well. I appreciate everyone, and I'm sure these two are eager to get back to their friends. Your mom pulls you and Alex into another tight hug, and now familiar warmth that feels like sunshine before the two of you head out. You and Alex silently make your way through the halls toward the dining hall. Can't believe it. Todd Town really wants me or Alex to take over for her and run the whole magical government. Then Alex stops abruptly just outside the doors. Alice, you're right. It's just everything with the high tone. I don't feel like this is what I was destined for. The reason I spent my whole childhood training. That so you could take down Rafe. Sure, I'd help with that. My time on the run, killing Rafe, stealing Kane, is all prepared for this. Well, I feel so strongly about it. I'd be more than happy to let you have it. No, I don't want this handed to me. I want to earn it, to prove I'm really the right person for the job. So you have to promise me that you do your best too. That make this a real competition. Alex, I promise. If that's what you want me to do, then I'll give it everything I've got. He nods, clearly satisfied. Good. I'm looking down on you. That's what brothers are for. As Alex turns back toward the doors, anxiety settles in your gut. He really wants me to fight him for this. But what happens if I win? Now you can hear the music. You and Alex continue into the dining hall and making your way across it. Finding your friends seated around the table. About time. You're starting to think Swan was gonna keep you two. Can you read? About time. You're starting to think Swan was gonna keep you two through dinner. Is everything okay? You both look serious. We just got some pretty big news. Ty turned is here, and one of us is gonna take her place. You can't be serious. That's a lot to take in. Your friends all gape at you, apart from Master, whose eyebrows knit together in confusion. This is the woman who gave us the award last year, yes? The other... You all never really told me what she does. She's only the single person in charge of all the autonomy in the world. Yeah, it's a pretty big responsibility. Not to mention that no matter what happens, one of us is gonna win and the other's gonna lose. But you're both so young. How are you gonna live your life if you put your roots down now? Maybe we can save the questions for later. I'm sure they're overwhelmed enough as it is. I'm just gonna take it all in stride. You are making a fuss over nothing. It's not a big deal. On the contrary, it's an honor worth celebrating. Congratulations, both of you. Meg is right. I know you're so absorbed in the job, but you deserve better than dining hall food for such a momentous occasion. I know just the place. I got in touch with Siren since the Merfolk party last year, and he told me some premier folk just opened up a new restaurant in Penn Square. They got massive underwater viewing area, and you can go outside and swim with the magical creatures that live there. It does sound like it could be fun. I'd quite like to try authentic Merfolk food. Baguette reaches over, takes your hand, placing your fingers together under the table, as a blush dusts his cheeks. And of course, it'd be nothing more enjoyable if you were there with me. What do you say, Elijah? Want to take this celebration off the campus? Visit the Merfolk restaurant to hang out with your friends, even still meant alone with Beckett. Okay. Shells clink over the door like bells as you and your friends step through a beaded pearl curtain into the restaurant. How to do Siren's voice again? I don't know. I forgot. The walls of the restaurant are almost all made of glass, giving a pristine view to the lake, while hundreds of sand dollars hang from the ceiling. This is... Whoa, Siren told me it was awesome, but he told me how awesome. Shreya sniffles, and when you look over, you see a web of tear from her eye. Shreya, what's the matter? Are you hurt? I'm so happy. I mean, look at what the lighting is doing to my skin. My instant followers are going to go crazy. It's just a restaurant. I don't see why you're... He trails off as a gilded waiter in a black tie sweeps past with a tray of gently sizzling tuna steaks with the most incredible smell. I need that in my body right now. But get a table before Alex goes from hangry to full-on insatiable hug. He will smash you if you get hit between him and his food. The seven of you quickly seated at the table, and a moment later, a beautiful mermaid glides through the air to join you. Welcome to Brian and Bloom. I'm Nara, and I'll be your server today. I can get started for you. Forgive me for asking, but how are you breathing right now? The mermaid lets out a peal of laughter as soundly bells. My, Audrey the butler. Curiosity killed the catfish, you know. Elijah, try to have some tact. Though I admit, I'd quite like to know the answer myself. Exactly, shut up. Have some tact. You were wondering it too. I suppose I can indulge you. Air breathing charms work the same way on us merfolk as water breathing ones do on a ton. Now how about I take your order, and then you can answer all your silly little questions. But there's so many dishes to pick from. How do you put the juice? Allow me to handle this. Shreya rapidly orders half a dozen different dishes and drinks before Nara takes your menu and disappears. A few minutes later, a procession of jellyfish floats over to your table, bouncing plates under their heads. balancing plates on their tops. Table service by jellyfish. Adorable. I don't even know where to start. From what I've heard, giggle oysters are habidermal cider of both. I can't read. For what I heard, giggle oysters and habidermal cider are both traditional. But all of it looks delicious. At your side, As has already grabbed some kind of sushi roll and stuffed it into his mouth. Here it is. Show whatever that is. You pop a piece of the mysterious roll into your mouth and hit your tongue with a sweet, salty fizz. Huh. That's not what I... A string of pearly bubbles come flowing out of your mouth, popping into nothing to the table. Oh, it must be a bubble roll. The more you eat at once, the bigger the bubbles you blow. Then give me the rest of the roll. I'm gonna blow the biggest bubble ball. She reached for another plate. You spot a familiar figure swimming past the window, and you immediately wave him down. Siren! Siren's eyes light up as he spots you, and, with a mysterious smile, he switches right through the glass and over to your table. Elijah and friends, it's about time you walk in for another visit. We'd have come sooner, but you did warn us that your people take trash washing very seriously. It's true. Don't you need to worry? You never let such a pretty face behind a cold prison. I believe you have you to thank for this delightful dining experience. Alex lifts his head, speaking around a mouthful of seared halibut with glowfish roll. Just really good. It's nice to see the merfolk find new ways to connect the attend. Makes me wonder if people would enjoy a wedding restaurant. I'm afraid most of us can't eat sunlight, Esther. But treetop canister will probably go over just as well as a merfolk restaurant. As much as I would like to take credit for... as much as I'd like to, I can't take credit for this particular adventure. But I'm glad you're enjoying yourselves. It's mostly the brave after everything that's happened lately. Alright, I heard you had quite the adventure after we last met here. As we met last year. We'd rather hear what you've been up to. Now that's so exciting, I show you. Though I'm always happy to talk with myself. I've mostly been stuck looking after the hatchlings, but we did each have a ride at ease the other day. Oh, and I won the coat that we back in. Did you get a crown? Please say you got a crown. A pearl circuit. It's very suitable. But for the most part, it is what it is. I hear... Fuck you. But for the most part, it was what it is. I would say you kind of saying. Pretty low key. Honestly, it sounds nice. These last few months have been the first chance I've gotten to breathe scum Pendergast. To make that last breath... Fuck you. Make that breath last, go for a swim. Siren hums quietly, a low, confident sound, and blue magic washes over you and the rest of your friends. I don't know if I'm up for another undersea wager, Siren, at least not a full stomach. Not to worry, Zeph. Jones bled and help nursery up back and through the currents. It's gentle, peaceful, and strong creatures even merfolk almost never see. Someone spotted a uniwhale the other day. A uniwhale? Really? I always wanted to see one. And I definitely need that size to work off some of the food. Alright, Elijah. Promise to be my best behavior. Always my prettiest. Well, I can't exactly say no to that. Simon closed back over to the glass window and drew it as you and you and your friends follow, glass against the band around you. The door was surprisingly bright, lit up by the lights inside the restaurant. And as you let out a soft sigh, she float effortlessly in it. You look for a race. That's not that food. Who wants to eat my dust languidly? Alice takes off to the water, nearly kicking you in the face in the process, and Griffin goes charging after him. It's so much for peaceful. You and your friends follow them until you're surrounded by tendrils of thick swaying kelp and a handful of creatures weaving through them. Look there, tiny little octopus. Pretty sure it's a baby freshwater kraken. And over there's Lake Seal. This is especially for little creatures. I just touched one back when I was a little girl. And the same side was right. There is a Uniwell. So they do have a horn. As you take in each of the strange magical creatures, Siren gives you a sudden shove. Well, go on. Say hello. Don't bite. They won't. She give them reason to. I don't want to scare them away. They don't feel afraid, Elijah. Just curious. They're probably wondering why we don't have fins and tails. Back in Zeph, head for the baby Kraken. Griffin is ready to go toward the Lake Seal, and after Alice Siren, post the Uniwell. They just move the Shredder and Griffin, the Lake Seal, torpedoes past you, its whiskers tickling your arm. You're a battle guy, not sure. If we had a DF game on the... If you ever had a DF game clear underwater, I want him on our team. I'm kind of surprised you had a stuffed one, Shredder. I feel like your toys were a bit more extravagant. Clearly, you weren't looking closely enough. You look back at the Lake Seal as it swims through your legs, where you notice the way its fur seems to catch the light, causing small twinkling dots to appear across it. Lake Seal sparkle. Researchers believe it's their way of attracting a mate. The brighter sparkles, the better parent they'll be. But it does also make them nice to look at. Is then you feel a gentle hand slide into yours, and you turn to see Beckett watching you, his eyes sparkling with affection. Come on, it is something I want to show you. He leads you deeper into the kelp and away from the group, until they're out of sight, practically out of earshot. What's so special about this place? It just looks like we're the same kelp. There wasn't actually anything. I just wanted to get you alone for a moment. Beckett, you could have just told me that. The tips of his ears turn red as a blush closes his face, and you cup his cheek in your hand. I shall endeavor to remember that. But honestly, I want to make sure you were doing alright. I'm sure the high tongue's decision came as quite a surprise. I understand if you place your finger over Beckett's lips, cutting him off. There'll be plenty of time to talk about that later, Beckett. Right now, I just want to enjoy this moment with you. Beckett turns his face into your palm and presses a soft kiss to the skin there, making you shiver. Then, is there anything I can do to make this moment even better? You know, there are no lengths to which I wouldn't go to make you happy. Give me your money. There's one thing. Give me your money. All of it. I know you're a rich boy. Give me your money. I guess. With a smile, Beckett leans forward and captures your lips with his own at the same time. His arms wrap around your waist. The kiss is tender and passionate, and instantly sweeps every other dot from your head. How's that? You fist the lapels of his blazer and your hands, and the sound of his sharp gasp sends a wave of heat through you. Not nearly enough. You come together again, and his arms tighten around you as you deepen the kiss, as though you can't stand the slightest distance left between you. As you break apart, you're both left panting for breath, and Beckett drops his forehead against yours as he smiles. I want to stand in that rain. But not yet. Well, lucky for you, I have plenty more to give. Before he can say more, you hear two voices carry through the water back in the direction you came from. Elijah, Beckett, where'd you two go? I think we ought to dance to that. Hey, shut up. Oh my god, shut up. Alright, staying outside. I'm going back inside. Okay. With a sigh, you pull away from Beckett, though not before taking his hand and intertwining your fingers. We should probably get back before they set on a search party. if you must. But I do hope we'll have another chance to spend time together soon. Whenever you want. Ow. Ow. Another bottle. A bottle of water. As I sat down, damn it. As you and the rest of your friends regathered near the restaurant, Simon gives you all a smile. I was trying to sit down without making the floor creak. Or, I wasn't trying to make any noise as I walked from my balcony door back to my bed. But then last second I knocked over the bottle, so ruined that. My bad. So I know you heard that. I'm afraid I better be getting home. Don't need all the extra friends they can get putting Heston to bed. But it was fun getting to see you all. Hope we can do it again sometime. Definitely. We should probably get back to campus anyway if you want to get any sleep before class starts tomorrow. I'm glad we all had the chance to do this. It was just what I needed. You're so sappy, Elijah. And we love you for it. Thank you, Zev. Fuck you, Atlas. This morning, we step into your spellwork classroom where Atlas, I want to see the high ton speaking with Professor England. Do you think they're talking about us? Could be. Or she's just here to observe us. As you and Atlas find your seats, the high ton's gaze follows you both. Just have to pay attention today. Please do. Last thing I need is you distracting the high ton because you can't follow basic instructions. You worry too much. When have I ever messed up a spell? Do you want that list alphabetically or chronologically? Atlas, as Professor England steps up to the front of the room, the high ton taking a seat off to the side. Good morning, everyone. Before we begin today's lesson, I'd like to acknowledge our distinguished guest, High Ton Donna Johanny. Several whispers echo around the classroom as Professor England gestures at the high ton. She'll be sitting in on several classes. Please show her respect toward any teacher, and don't let her presence be a distraction. Thank you. As Professor England said, please carry on as normal. I'm simply here to observe. At least she didn't tell everyone why she's here. Give Zeph another day, and I'm sure the whole campus will know. Today, we'll be learning the Identify spell, which allows the caster to detect and analyze magic that matches the atonement or achievements. Okay, look. It hasn't been... Okay, how long has it been since I'm out of school? 20... wait, no. Can I do math? For once in my life? 4 and... 20 and then... Take the bottom... yeah. I was in school like 6 years ago. I don't have the brain to remember things anymore, so I don't like these little actual class lessons where I do have to remember what the professor is saying and then doing it in that order. Like, no. The first thing you say is gonna be the first thing I forget. So you just said 5 things to remember. The first thing is instantly forgotten, but the last thing is still fresh in my mind, right? Then as we're doing it, right, as I started doing the first thing all the way to the 5th thing, since I had to remember what the first one was, then the second, the third, the fourth, all the way up to the 5th. By the time I get to the 5th, even though the 5th one was the last one to be in my mind, now that I have to do the other ones in order, I got the 5th one. I remember the others as I had to do them, right? But as soon as we get to the 5th one, that was the last one I was told. The last one's still locked in my mind. After all of that, now I forgot it. It's like, I hate these classes, and I think I actually failed. I think I did fail the spell one time, but I got to practice it again by paying diamonds to stay in class longer to learn it better. And thank God. Otherwise, I would not have had that whole I don't know what it's called, but I wouldn't have had all spells from last from last year, the year before that, learned. It wasn't for the extra time we got to practice the said spell, drew a diamond scene. Because I did mess up, like, oh shit. I didn't memorize, or I just didn't understand what they meant, so. Because sometimes in green it says what to do, and sometimes it's simple as tapping the phrase that matches what was said. Other times, what the green text said is not the same as one of the options you have to pick. So I was like, what the fuck did you want me to do again? They'll tell you how to melt the ice. It's like, okay, cool. And then you look at the options that say how to do it, how to specifically do it, and then you don't see what choice best matches their way of doing it. It's like, did they say ignite or fireball? Like which one was I supposed to do? They didn't say that. And I hate it. This spell is a combination of moon and metal magic, so some of you may find it quite challenging, but it just takes some practice. Now me. First, you must connect your inner emotions. Use moon magic, find a motion that matches your atonement. Wait, I actually instantly forgot the first thing you said. Then you should use metal magic to attract objects with similar magical signature. Professor England plucks an object from his desk, a pen only to drop it. Pen, only to drop it, but rather than fall to the ground, it remains floating. For example, now I'm able to tell that my floating pen is imbued with air magic. Professor England sets several objects on the desk to front the class before turning back to the wall. When I want to perform this spell, find the objects on this table that matches the primary atonement. Alice, we're returned to all elements. That means we'll be able to figure out what kind of magic is everything. As though he heard you, Professor England turns to address you and Atlas specifically. I know some of you have sub-atonements, but let's focus on your primary ones today. That means sun for you, Mr. Snyder, and moon for you, Mr. Earnhardt. Let the first one to figure out the item when pressed is high turned. As Alice begins to cast, you do the same. Closing your eyes, you reach inward to the deep well of magic that lives inside of you. First, I have to connect with the emotion that matches sun magic. See, what that is? Did he say that? Did he say we had to do that? And what am I supposed to? What? Sun, happy. Focus on feeling happy. Sun magic is warm and light, so I should focus on something that makes me happy. You think back on your recent vacation with your friends and all the laughter you shared, and you feel magic surge around you. Actually, the last vacation you had was there in winter, so there was actually no sun, there was all snow. So, how does that help? No, I read that. You feel a surge all around you. I've got it. With your emotional connection established, you look at the objects on the desk. I think I read that. Now I have to attract the object. The same feeling? Come to me. You're immediately drawn to one object on the table. This isn't so hard. You reach forward and grasp the item you feel called to you. You reach forward and grasp the item you feel called to before holding it out to Professor England. Is this right, Professor England? Yes, that's the work, Elijah. You mastered that spell incredibly fast. You grin, and as you turn to head back to your seat, she put the high turn, watching. She gets you an approving nod. Looks like I made a good impression. I guess. Yeah, this. You now use the identify spell. Hooray! Once your class has wrapped up, the high ton approaches you and Atlas in the hall. Thank you both for what you showed me today. It took me back many years to when I was a student in these very halls. I didn't raise with the better guess. That was a long time ago. Duh. But I admit, The nostalgia has made me long to visit some of my old haunts. I wonder if the two of you is kind enough to escort me. Of course, where do we want to go? Let's start with the Standard classroom. It used to be my favorite place when I was a student. It's one of my favorite places too. In real life, no, it's not. Because there's so many stairs to get up there, and then it's a sunroom, so it's bright as fuck. I hate it. You and Alex help the high ton up the many stairs to the Standard classroom. She steps inside. She smiles. Why couldn't I be doing that? The fuck? This just as I remember it. Takes a seat on a bench near the back of the room, and her smile falters. Oh no. What's the matter? I'm so sorry, both of you. I thought I had more time. As the words roll off, she suddenly slumps over, her eyes open but body unmoving. Then, at the moment, her body immediately starts to dissolve into sparks of magic, like tiny stars that float up from the sky, that float into the sky. Whoa. More and more of the high ton disappears until the final burst of magic, the last of the sparkles disappears. And all that is left on the bench where she was sitting is a strangely shaped crystal. What is it? Do you think she went inside it? No, I think the high ton just died. But if the high ton's dead, Alice turns to you with a grave expression, and his stomach drops. Then one of us has to take her place. The only question is, which one? Bye, I guess.